Good morning. I have no idea how this lighting is, so I am so sorry if it kind of is trash. But if you're new here, my name's Amanda, and let's talk about therapy because your girl just signed up. If you have been here for a while, you know that I have been struggling with some anger issues. Some days are better than others, and honestly, I thought I finally broke that cycle. I finally thought that I understood how to handle these things. But this is not the first time that I am coming to you and realizing that I'm acting out of pocket. So I think it's time that we seek outside help. I feel like I do good and then I fall off. And I think I'm just lacking the skills to be successful in my life. Like, I try to say things that I think, when I say things, I have great intentions behind them. I don't understand why when people respond to me, it is so aggressive. But it's multiple people in my life, and they're telling me that one, it's because they feel like they have to walk on eggshells with me. I think that's because I have had these anger issues for a while now. So even when I'm doing good, they still act like that. And it's really frustrating because when you're already struggling to do good, and then you do good, and then you still get treated like you're not doing good, it makes you want to explode even faster. It makes you feel like, why am I even trying? But with that, I will say things to people and I have amazing intentions, but I don't know if I just don't communicate properly. I don't know if I come off a little rougher than I realize, but I end up getting negative reactions sometimes. And then it makes me mad because I came with you with good intentions. I came with you kind. Why are you treating me this way? You know, while I'm communicating this to y'all, I'm realizing that it seems like every situation that makes me so upset is when I feel attacked. It sounds like I'm taking things really personally all the time. And that is fine. I'm not here for you to diagnose me. I'm going to therapy next Tuesday. I'm here to let you know that it is okay if you need help. It is okay to get outside help. And this is not my first time in therapy, but I left therapy for a very long time because I had a bad experience. And I'm so sorry if you are also one of those people that had a bad experience. Therapy is supposed to be a resource that helps you, not something that makes you feel worse. And I have been in therapy. I was in therapy back in like 4th grade. It was like court ordered because I was in foster care. I remember in 4th grade, I remember thinking, why are they gonna make me go to therapy? I'm not crazy, which is such a wild thought. First off, you are not crazy if you have to go to therapy. I think we could all benefit from therapy for one reason or another. Why did I have it in my mind in 4th grade that one, I did not want to go to therapy, and two, that if I did go to therapy, that meant that I was crazy? That means that somebody or something in my life at some point made me feel that way. Or told me that only crazy people go to therapy. Let's just get that out of our head real quick. I feel like that is like a thing that, like, let's just get it out. People that want to better themselves go to therapy. People that are struggling and need help go to therapy. Crazy people don't go to therapy. Well, maybe crazy people also go to therapy, but you don't have to be crazy to go to therapy. I went to therapy in 4th grade. Then I revisited therapy a little bit later in life once I was already dating my boyfriend. So I want to say I was like maybe like in my 19, early 20s, probably like early 20s. I went through a lot of therapy because I was struggling with a lot of anxiety, and I was having anxiety attacks like very frequently, and I did not understand why. Through that, I have gotten robbed 3 times, so I have been struggling with not only the trauma that I experienced as a child, but also the trauma from getting robbed from 3 different people. I'm going to tell you, I am so grateful that they never put their hands on me. Was I threatened with and absolutely. However, they did not put their hands on me, and I'm so grateful because I've heard of so many awful stories. However, having someone feel like they are in 100% control of your life is a terrifying feeling. Having someone that you do not know that is threatening you have control over your whole entire life is not a great feeling, and it makes you scared of the world, and it makes you not trust anyone. So a mixture of all of this into one potion, your girl's brain is kind of messed up. Not playing the victim, not making an excuse. Honestly, I should have gotten help sooner. But here's the thing. I was going to therapy. I ended up feeling like I did not need it anymore. Stopped going to therapy. My therapist was like, you really have your anxiety under control. All good. End up getting, okay, so when I initially went to therapy again, when in my early 20s, I think I had only gotten robbed twice at this point. Then we fast forward, and I'm not going to therapy. I feel like I'm doing good. June 2021, I get robbed twice in this is the second time in 6 months that I've gotten robbed, with a total of 3 times getting robbed. I can't believe it. My whole world just feels like, why? Like, is this how I'm going to have to live forever? Am I going to have to quit all types of jobs forever? Because every single time I get robbed, I'm just trying to go to work. So I reach out to my therapist and I'm like, hey, crazy thing, just got robbed again. We get back in contact. I'm doing video visits with her, and it's really good. I'm feeling so good. I'm still experiencing outbursts and stuff, but I'm understanding why they are happening. I'm able to make these connections, and being able to understand makes me not freak out as much. I'm feeling so good. I'm feeling on the right track. And it was getting to a point where we're like, okay, I'm starting to deal with what I'm dealing with. I'm starting to deal with what I'm struggling with. I think it's important that now, you know, my boyfriend and I have been together for almost 9.5 years. We have had a lot of highs and a lot of lows. And you know what? Our relationship is great, but a lot of the stuff that has happened causes things today. Like, there's a lot of stuff that has happened in the past 9.5 years that sometimes we do need to work through. Things that we both maybe acted out on because of how we were raised, and it caused a problem in between us. Regardless, I don't really want to get too deep into it, but we decided that we could benefit from couples therapy. We signed up, we were able to get a couple sessions, and right as I'm about to get my first session, I lose my job, I lose my insurance, and I have no access to even get into this couples therapy anymore, because not only was it online, but I lost my insurance. And so not only was I already like trying to work on things with myself and my relationship, because I was struggling to an extent, but now I have lost my job. Now I have lost the thing that helps me pay my bills and have a roof over my head. And I have no one to go to because I just lost therapy as well. And I feel the most broken I have felt because I have all these pre-existing issues on top of this new issue, and I don't know what to do. And I tell you, me losing my job caused so much tension in my life. And then I began to fall back into habits and ways that I saw growing up. Not the ways that I acted, but ways I was treated. In ways that I promised that I would break the cycle, I started treating people. Because I think I had so much going on up here. I still do this moment. I still do. This is why I'm going to therapy. That I started to become awful. I'm going to be so honest with you. I was so proud of myself when I came to you and I told you I finally understand. I do understand, but I'm still not there, and I still mess up, and I say things that I really, really regret after, and it just makes no sense because in that moment I'm saying those things and I'm feeling myself say them, but it's almost as if like I black out, and then after I just want to disappear because I just feel so awful that I could say things to people that I care about and hurt their feelings, and I just want to be happy, and I just want the people around me that I love to know that I love them, and I want to stop hurting them, and I need to figure this out before I become a mom. Because as much as I want to tell you right now, I will never, ever treat my child with any... I will never talk down to my child. I will never yell at my child. I want to say those things too. Because I believe 150% in my heart that I will never, ever do that to my child. But if I am being completely honest with you, I never, ever thought that I would say some of the things that I've said to the people that I care most about. So it's important that I get help so there's not even a chance, because I am breaking this cycle. And my child is going to be loved, and it's not gonna have to learn coping mechanisms to get through life, to feel like they have to survive through life. They're going to be loved and taken care of. I'm going to teach them how to communicate properly. And yes, I am going to resolve issues in front of them. It's okay. I don't want my kids to think that being in a perfect relationship, being in a healthy relationship, being in a healthy marriage means that you never disagree. That is not true. I feel like that will cause my children to lack problem-solving skills. I will solve problems with their father in front of them, but I will solve them with good communication and respect towards him, because I do respect my boyfriend and I will respect their father. If I'm not going to do it for me, I have to do it for my future children. I have to. So, my boyfriend has been beyond supportive. I don't have insurance, but he's doing all he can to see if I can get on his insurance, if I have to pay out of pocket, if he can help me, because he knows how important it is that I get help. Y'all, I know you've never really actually met him. I guess he's been in a couple of videos, but like, why am I blessed with such a beautiful human being? He's so supportive and kind, and you know, sometimes I really don't feel like I deserve him. But it's so beautiful that he sees that like I'm struggling and I don't want to be this person, and this is not the person that I am at my core. I am a kind-hearted, sweet, genuine person that would never, ever, ever want anyone to feel alone or sad. And he knows that that's why it's hurting me so bad. So the fact that he's helping me to get the support that I need, instead of being like, you're crazy, bye. He sees me for who I am at my core, and that means everything to me. So, with that being said, I'm going with BetterHelp. I wanted to try something in person, but I've heard of BetterHelp a lot on YouTube, and I've never thought to look into it. I don't know why, but I need help. So I looked it up, and it says that it would be $90 a week, and that sounds kind of expensive, but I used another YouTuber's code, and so until June 22nd, I get to pay $81 a week. And just looking at my finances, like honestly, like as long as I budget properly, like I can afford that. And I just need to do it. I need to get better for myself, for my family, for those around me. I need to. There's no life to live when you're not happy, or you're happy but only in spurts. It's not a life to live when you feel like you're hurting those around you that you care most about. I'm so vulnerable with you all, and I just appreciate you so much for never judging me and just understanding that I'm human and we all go through things, and I'm not here to complain. I'm just here to document my journey for myself, and to hopefully make you not feel so alone if you're struggling as well. I have really amazing days in my life, days where I feel on top of the world. I have amazing times in my business, and I have days where I just want to disappear and quit my business, you know? Don't think it should be that much of an extreme though, and that's why we got to get to therapy. So I'm actually starting therapy next Tuesday, which is really, really ironic because my sister graduates high school on Tuesday, and it's almost like the new beginning for both of us. Like, she's this is my baby sister, this is my only sister. She's like starting her new life. She's graduating high school and she's going into the world. She's an adult now, and I'm so proud of her. And I'm starting therapy on Tuesday, and it just makes me feel like I'm starting my new life too. Like, this is the beginning of forever, and I'm nervous. I'm really nervous because I've been to therapy before, and therapists have told me things that I already knew about myself. I'm very self-aware. I just don't know how to fix it. But I had to do this long questionnaire and explain what I'm struggling with, and they matched me with someone, so fingers crossed. I really, really hope it works out, because I am not good at speaking up, and I'm afraid that if we don't go well together, I'm just gonna keep going, and that's really, really, really bad. So I hope we match well. We have messaged back and forth a little bit. I'm just gonna be open-minded. So I will keep you posted. But here is the beginning to this healing journey. I couldn't do it alone, and you know what? I need to realize that there's no shame in not being able to do it alone. I'm so big in my community, so why would I not seek out help? But with that being said, if you are struggling as well, I love you, and it's temporary. Everything is temporary, so please don't make a permanent decision. I'm here for you. And even if sometimes you feel like, what's the point? There's a reason you're here. There is. And maybe you haven't figured it out yet, but there is a reason. And just try to remember that sometimes we view ourselves a lot worse than other people do. This is kind of like off topic really quick, but yesterday I did a MRF, basically honoring a fallen Navy SEAL, because yesterday was Memorial Day. And I pushed through the whole thing, and I was really tired, but at points in it, I had to kind of like stop for a second, catch my breath, or, you know, take the push-ups a little bit slower. And I was there, I showed up. But when people told me, great job, Amanda, I'm so proud of you, I couldn't accept it because I didn't complete that lap without taking a rest. I didn't finish that push-up without taking it a little bit slower. And it's like, but you showed up. You know how many people did not show up today at 9 a.m. on Memorial Day to do this crazy workout? You did, Amanda. And it's things like that where it's like, why can't I stop being so hard on myself? Why can't I just see that it's good that I showed up? I'm pushing myself. Why do I think that I have to be perfect to deserve that recognition? So yeah, you don't have to be perfect to be inspiring, and you don't have to be, I don't know, you don't have to have it all figured out. I'm sure that you're still a very, very amazing person. Well, with that being said, bestie, I need to get ready and edit this video. I have not posted, I think, in like a week. I'm sorry. And my mom's birthday was yesterday. She just turned 47, and it is just so crazy because I have been telling people for like the past 4 years that she's 47. My bad. It's not like she like looked older. I just don't know how to do math. I could have just done my age plus 18, but not too good at mental math either. With that being said, let's stop getting distracted and let's close out this video. I love you so, so much. And until next time, bestie, bye.